2012 Subaru Impreza. Changed the headlight, the low beams, and normally you have to take the battery out, and this is the driver's side, and but that's always a hassle. But it looks like we can get to the headlight by just removing the windshield washer reservoir, and it looks like it's flexible down here, so it looks it'll just move out of the way. So the tricky part is getting this plastic screw out. And of course, you have to get your knife underneath there at the same time, get a Phillips, and start turning it. And you can see when I turn it a little bit, it comes up just enough to get this knife underneath, and then it pops out. Once it's out like that, you should just be able to grab it and then just remove that little piece. And then you see how that's flexible? Well, I bet you we can get to the low beam right in there. All right, I sort of removed this back, and then you can see the low beam starting to come out. It was a clockwise rotation, and then I turned it clockwise, and then it has two grooves, and then I started pulling it back out, but I can't get my phone and my hand in there at the same time. So, so far so good. Remember, it was clockwise. Okay, this is something important. I'm trying to let you see it. I have it in my hand right now, and you definitely need to get both hands in there. And it's tight because I didn't take the battery out. Remember, if you take the battery out, then it's a lot simpler, but a lot more time consuming. You have to press back here. Press down, and what that does, when you press it, it unhooks this slide, and then it'll slide out. So the trick is getting back here and pushing this down with one hand, and then at the same time pulling it straight out. So I'll put the phone down and see if I can get it out. Okay, so here's the way I did it, and I'm sure there's a lot of ways to do it. I did it with one hand, so I'm pressing the back, and at the same time I'm pulling, and you see it came right out. So I did it with one hand. It might take more with one hand, but basically when I pushed back here, I pulled this away, and that little hook hooks up to that, so it lifted up, and then I was able to get it out. So anyway, I can put the new one back in, and I didn't have to take my battery out. All I had to do is remove this, move it to the side, that's a nice design. Sometimes I've had to take all kinds of crazy things out. So when you put the new one in, it'll go in. And see, here's the grooves I'm talking about. These three, 1, 2, 3. So when it goes in, it'll go clockwise, counterclockwise to tighten up. So that's it. 2012 Subaru Impreza, the driver's side low beam. And I have another video about the passenger, which is a little more trickier. You have to take this plastic thing out. So that's it for now.